Welcome to our video on Connecticut Lease and Landlord-Tenant Laws. Landlords should know their state's laws to manage their rental units well. To help you do that, here's an overview of Landlord-Tenant Laws in the Constitution state. The lease agreement is the foundation of the landlord-tenant relationship. It's a legally binding contract between a landlord and tenant that outlines all rules and terms of the rental relationship. A standard lease agreement is a one-year fixed-term contract. A Connecticut lease should include basic terms like rent amount, rent due date, lease term, late fee policies, and pet policies. To fully protect landlords, it should also cover details like pest control, snow removal, air filter responsibilities, and yard maintenance. There are also some additional things Connecticut landlords must include in their lease agreement. It must identify the landlord or agent and provide an address for official notices. Landlords with buildings taller than 4 stories must include a fire sprinkler system disclosure in their Connecticut lease agreement. If the rental unit is in a common interest community, landlords must disclose this to tenants. Landlords of rentals built before 1978 must provide tenants with a lead-based paint disclosure and pamphlet.
Next, let's talk about Connecticut Landlord-Tenant Laws. Landlords may charge up to 2 months' rent for the security deposit for tenants less than 62 years old and up to 1 month's rent for tenants 62 or older. Landlords must return the security deposit, along with any accrued interest, within 30 days of the end of the tenancy. Landlords must give reasonable notice before entering the property for non-emergencies. Generally, 24 hours written notice is considered reasonable. Connecticut has a 9-day grace period, so late fees can only be assessed once rent is 10 days late. The lease must include late fee policies, and late fees cannot exceed either $5 a day up to a maximum of $50 or 5% of the rent due. Landlords may require tenants to get renters insurance. In Connecticut, landlords may charge up to $20 for returned payment fees. This fee must be discussed in the lease agreement. Fixed-term leases terminate at the end of the period unless otherwise stated. Either party can terminate a month-to-month lease agreement with 30 days' notice. Connecticut has no limits on rent increases. However, the lease agreement should discuss the procedure and notice requirements for rent increases.
Landlords must provide tenants with a rental unit that is clean and has properly working plumbing and heating systems. In multi-unit buildings, landlords must provide clean common areas and well-lit hallways and entries. Tenants should immediately notify landlords of any necessary repairs. If landlords fail to make necessary repairs within 15 days, tenants have specific rights, including the right to withhold rent. Retaliation by the landlord against tenants is strictly prohibited. If a tenant fails to pay rent or violates the lease agreement, the landlord may start the eviction process. In these situations, landlords must strictly follow Connecticut law and can never resort to self-help eviction methods, such as changing locks or shutting off utilities. Congratulations! You're now ready to create a Connecticut lease and manage your Connecticut rental unit. Our lease agreement automatically includes all required disclosures and gives you state assist tips as you build it. It's easy to customize online and includes unlimited access to our electronic signing tool, EasySign. As you manage your rental, remember that we have over 400 property management forms, including Connecticut-specific forms. Visit easylandlordforms.com to start your tenant screening and create a lease agreement guaranteed to comply with all Connecticut lease laws.